to speak up. So when I saw you do, I'm like, oh my God, like she's brave, because not only does it affect what you got going on in your life, because it really does, because you're taking a stand for what you believe in, and you don't really care about consequences that you would have to face. So that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I don't, I'll be honest with you. I am so misunderstood, and Trump is so misunderstood.
He
And
is.
that's why I feel closeness to him, because so many lies have came out about me the last 15 years I've been famous, and I had to live through that every single day. So, now just being who I am and just being honest about it and not giving a fuck. Yeah, I lost followers, but I gained so many Republican followers and people that are
Let's go.
like-minded.
Yeah.
So it's just a better, when I get on Instagram or Twitter, it's just a better experience because I'm just around like-minded people.
Well, that's what I want to ask you. So back in 2020, where people like really like hated Trump, like they hated his guts. What would you say now is different? Like, what I mean is like obviously the X, I see a lot more Trump support, but I'm saying like, why do you think that's changed? Why is it different now? Would you say, like the Trump love to the hate? I'm sorry, the hate to the love now. Why would you say it's different?
Well, I think that initially we believed in Biden because he was the vice president to Obama, and then we loved Obama so much, and then
Yeah.
we kind of see like Kamala pandering, and people are just waking up. They see they see that it's not authentic, and so it's making a lot of people say, I wonder why so many people are like, into Trump. And the reason why they always say like Trumpers are like a cult and we get like so crazy when it comes to Trump
Yeah.
is because once you see it, you can't unsee it.
True.
You know what I mean? It's like you just want everybody to like be enlightened the way you are.
It's true.
Once you come from the left to the right, you're just like, oh shit, bro, I can never go back. Like,
I
it's
know.
crazy.
No, it is
Yeah,
crazy. It really is. And I pray for people that like live in LA. The governor, he's horrible. He
he's
is. He's
terrible.
that beautiful state. I lived in California for a lot of years of my life. It's just
Yeah.
really sad what it's become. It's a beautiful state. It used to be you don't have to worry about walking down Rodeo Drive, and you don't have to worry about getting your house robbed if you live in the hills. Now you have to worry about all this stuff. It's like all this stuff truly matters because I genuinely believe that Trump being in office, he endorses police. He's showing how it really matters. Police protect lives. Obviously, there's always there's always going to be an incident you see of a douchebag cop doing some stupid shit. But it breaks my heart to see L.A. and like how like California's going downhill. It's really really sad actually.
I think that people need to look at like a group of people are not a monolith, right? Not all black people are the same, not all white people are the same, and not all cops are the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's certain examples when cops are just really shitty and really fucked up things happen, but you can't put, there's what 700,000 cops in the US.
Yeah.
You can't just all put them in a pot and just be like, yo, these are all terrible people. Most cops are really just, for law and order, and they just want to protect the citizens of whatever neighborhood they're working in. So I think cops just get a bad rep from just a couple bad apples.
Yeah, no, that is what it is. Seriously, because at the end of the day, they're here to protect lives and stuff. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it is. What else do you have up and coming? Anything with you to endorse President Trump, or what are you focused on right now?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm really into politics. It's so crazy because like my entire Instagram like turned into like this political page.
Yeah,
But I'm passionate about it, man, and I just, it's just fun for me, and I, even if I can just change a couple minds, I'm good with that. So, yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming up. Maybe I'll come back on and talk about that later.
cool.
But yeah, so it's definitely fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm definitely gonna tune in when Trump comes on.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm hyped for that. Amber, do you have anything else you would want to talk about or announce or anything like that as of right now? Or
I want to talk about police immunity because I feel like that is a big thing that the left is trying to just act like Trump is just gonna let cops just go around and just kill people for no reason. Again, like we said earlier, if you don't fully, you know what it is, Aiden? I'll be honest with you. I think Trump's problem is that he has such a high IQ that he doesn't understand that he has to break things down sometimes. He expects
Yeah.
people to just fully understand what he says when he says it. And so most of America needs him to say, yes, there's immunity for cops, but in certain circumstances, a cop cannot just go and kill a random person and there's no
Yeah.
consequences. He's not saying that, so I think that people need to fully understand that when he does say police have immunity.
Definitely, I agree with you. I think that his brain works so fast sometimes. Like sometimes, like people that really are like unaware, they don't really like they don't understand what he's really trying to say.
At face value, and it's like, oh my god, every single cop is just they can do whatever they want and just get immunity. Like
Right.
that is just not the case.
No, I agree. I agree. Amber, do you have any questions or anything any topics that you think I should discuss with President Trump on the live stream?
Yeah, I said on the Candace Owens interview, I was like, Trump is not very conservative. There's a lot of like super far right conservatives, and I think that is the misconception on the left, that he is like this super militant far right, conservative. He's not. He's very realistic about everything. And so I think, maybe you can have him talk about that. Like, he's still for he's still pro-choice.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? He's still pro-choice, and I think a lot of people don't understand, because I get a lot of DMs of like, which is so crazy, white supremacists, walking in like Tennessee and having like this, I don't know, little gathering or whatever. And they're like, these are your people. And I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with Trump?
Nothing.
It's not a Trump rally. They're not wearing MAGA hats. And they're not saying, we're voting for Trump. It's literally like, listen, there's racist people in America. It's far and few in between. But you can't help who supports you sometimes. And even in those situations, Aiden, you can say you have a lot of followers. You don't know if you have murderers and rapists that love you. It doesn't mean you condone what they do.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I have 24.3 million followers. I don't know who the fuck is my fan and who's not my fan. Like, I can't help that. I can't just, So I think people need to understand that, sometimes, you can't help who your supporters are.
Yeah. No, I know. That's a people got to understand that. I agree. It is rough sometimes to really, I see this all the time. This is what really gets me. Like, I have a question for you. If you're Kamala Harris and you have all these new policies and stuff that you want to bring in, why not already do it? And you're off, in their term. Why not? Why is nothing done that she wants to do? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me.
3.5 years. We have not heard from this lady.
Nothing.
We have not. And they're giving, Donald Trump a hard time, because he's like, wow, she was Indian. She was like, promoting herself as this first Indian woman, prosecutor,
Right.
vice president. And, I'm biracial, Aiden. I have a Black mom and a white dad. And, for me, people get mad at me because I identify as biracial. I don't pick a side. I don't say I'm a Black woman. I don't say I'm a white woman. I don't feel like either. I feel like both.
Right.
And so I think the confusing part with Kamala is that she really promoted herself as an Indian woman, and she picked a side, essentially.
Right.
Even though she's biracial, she picked a side. And now all of a sudden she wants the Black vote. And it's like, oh, I'm a Black woman now.
Right.
It's like, we understand that you're biracial, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm biracial, but you did pick a side, and now you're just switching to another side
to get votes.
And it seems disingenuous.
Yeah, it's just to get votes. Like I said, she should have been more specific in interviews back in the day. Oh, I'm Indian and I'm Black. But
for sure, yeah.
But it is what it is. This election scares me because this is a very important one, Amber. It's very, very scary because it's so easy to manipulate people. It's so easy. I was manipulated. You just said you were too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm curious what's gonna happen, but that's why everyone's got to register, and you guys everyone's got to vote. Everyone has to vote. It's so important to vote. I really hope that this stream I do with President Trump, it goes down in the books, and I really hope it influences a lot of younger people to go out and vote. It's a very
Hell yeah.
it's very important. Amber, again, if there's anything else you want to add in, this is great. We got to do more of this, especially now that's a crazy year going on. We have November 5th. Is the day, so we have a lot of crazy stuff going on. But if there's anything else you want to add in, if
No,
not,
I'm good, Aiden. Thank you so much for having me, and I'll definitely come back on when it gets closer to the election, and
cool.
and we'll talk some more, and yeah, change people's minds for sure.
Awesome, Amber. Thank you so much. You were awesome. I really appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Take care.
All right,
Okay.
Amber. All right, bye.